As soon as I get in the car and I switch it on to FM. Paul Thompson, the General Manager of 5SAFM, that's a mouthful, Paul.
You should drop the 5 and just say double
SAFM.
And it's easy.
Yes. I guess I have learnt that I get quality. That's why I am now switching on to FM.
Well, you certainly get technical quality. I think there's a whole range of reasons why people switch on. The biggest problem that probably we have is that some people don't have an FM radio, but much more important than that, some of the ones that have don't know they've got it.
You're right.
Actually, we have a commercial. I don't know whether you've ever seen it, but where we have a group of people actually looking at all the various places on the radio dial, trying to find where the FM switch is, because most radios actually have an FM switch. Most people don't know that, or a lot of people don't know it, and we get letters and people ring up saying, I've been turning the thing upside down and pulling levers and things, and it still doesn't, I still can't find it. And
well, I finally found out how to find mine, and I thought perhaps we could help the folk at home by showing them right now just how to find SAFM.
FM radio difference. But first, you need to discover the FM switch on your radio. It may be on the front, top, side, or tucked away around the back or underneath. When you've found your switch, simply flick it to FM. Now tune up to stereo 107 on the FM band. Listen to the rich, full sound of stereo radio. SA FM. So find the switch, flick the switch, and come up to the top of the dial. SA FM Stereo 107. Now, if you can't find an FM switch on your radio...
Actually, that little old man at the end is our program director, Jeff Warden, and he still hasn't worked it out. No, that's not right, that's not right. He's on the air right now and he can't hear, so it's all right.
Somebody would tell him it'll get back.
I think he probably will, yes. So after we're just trying to make sure that everybody in Adelaide who really can pick it up does so and knows how to go about it, and we're finding they're switching in pretty frequently, pretty regularly.
I mean, technically, as you said, I guess that's why I'm tuning in for the sound, but also I like what I hear.
Well, that music there was Sky. I don't think you recognise that, and Sky was one of the things I'm really pleased about is that in the last 12 months, it's nearly 12 months, you know, we're having our 12-month anniversary in early September, so we're nearly a year old.
That's right, and you came to the program at that time, remember?
The day before. It was the day before.
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask me back. But one of the things I'm really pleased about in that 12 months that I think we've managed to achieve is that a whole range of artists that weren't ever being heard on radio before are now being played, and Sky is one. Sky just... they have a lot of Adelaide members actually in the band.
That's right.
They're based in England, but some of their members grew up in Adelaide, and you never heard Sky on the radio, and you hear them now, which is great. And a whole range of Australian artists, like people like Split Ends and Flowers, and all the people who are now being successful in America, actually had never been heard to any significant degree on Adelaide radio before, and now there's a whole range of that music being played, and we're really proud of whatever contribution we've made to that.
Well, I think you certainly have. You've broken new ground in so many ways.
Well, to celebrate our anniversary, actually, we're going to do a whole range of things, but we're going to get some new T-shirts and new anniversary T-shirts. And I heard very recently that you actually like to, can I say this? You sleep in a T-shirt.
Yes, it's true. I wear T-shirts to bed.
Yes. Well, I thought we only have a limited number of the old T-shirts, so I thought I'd give you one of those. These will become collector's items. I don't know how warm they are at night, but this will guarantee you'll never ask me back again.
Very generous of you too to give me a 12.
Well, how embarrassing! It was a toss-up between a 10 and a 12. We couldn't find a 10.
I'm a 14. I mean, I'm really pleased that you thought of a 12.
We were thinking 10 or 12.
Thank you very much. We thought today perhaps we could show people exactly what SAFM does look like. So right now, we're going to show you just what it does.
Well, that's not actually it. That's
Well, let's see.
there's the front of the building.
Right.
The previous bit was the view out the back window, actually up towards the hills.
Yeah.
We're situated with the parklands on one side, in Green Hill Road, with the parklands on one side and the hills on the other. Mm-hmm. That looks like our reception area, and it's actually my secretary who must have been resting at the reception area at that moment. And that's the production area, and that's where they make commercials and promotional spots. It's a multi-track situation where they have an 8-track recorder. They put all the different sounds on the different tracks and mix them all together, and up comes the end product, the sound that you hear. There's the 8-track machine there with all the
I
different
always think
things.
those little things look as though they're conducting an orchestra.
Yes, I must admit, I'm probably the wrong person to be sitting here explaining it all, because it's so complex, I actually have no idea how it all works. That's still, I think, in the production studio, and mixing all the various sounds together to get the end product. That's actually Jeff Warden there, on the left.
That old man there.
And Rick Morgan, one of our announcers, also works on the music, and I think they're actually discussing a music log there. All the music is prepared in advance and planned and balanced, and that is Adrian Johnston, otherwise known as AJ, who is also is our drive time announcer, and Bill Page on the left there with the very short haircut is our music director. And
What's that?
Yes, that's something. That's the engineering workshop, and I'm even more out of my depth here. That's, that's one of our technicians who actually built the radio station back in this time last year. This time last year we were frantically putting the whole thing together, and he was one of them. There's only 3 of them. That is the chief engineer there, Des DeKean, who actually supervised and did a very large part of the physical building of the radio station, and that's part of what they built there. That's the control room where it's the nerve centre, really, of the whole thing. It's probably smaller than most people would expect, but everything is the way that the electronics are going nowadays. Everything is being done in smaller and smaller areas.
Certainly.
And, that's the whole nerve centre of the radio station control there. Where are we now? That looks like the newsroom.
News studio, I guess,
yes. You knew. Would you like to do this?
I've got it written down here, look.
Oh, I see, right. That's Greg Meyer, who's a new newsman that we have, who came to us from up in the Riverland, up at 5RM, and he's very good. He does a lot of our news bulletins. That's Rick Jones, who's on air every day between 12 and 4, so you can listen to him on your way home today.
Does he ever have guests appear with him?
Would you like to come along?
Yes, I would, actually.
Right, well, we'll see what we can organise there.
Okay, Paul.
That's pretty well it, I think. That looks like, that's still on air. That's still the on-air studio, and that's the controls that they operate. They do all their own operating of the controls, the mixing of the sound on the spot, as well as speaking and announcing. They do the total control. And there we are in Green Hill Road.
Yeah,
You know where we are. Have you ever been?
No, I haven't, but I would very much like an invitation.
It's about time I invited you, isn't it?
Would you do that?
I will formally. I'll go away and write a letter.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for popping in today, and thank you very much for my T-shirt, especially the fact that it's size 12.
Right.
It'll be a snug fit.
And I hope it's warm enough.
Thank you. Thank you very much.